Alright guys, another video here. This is another one of my Manchester purchases. And I've never had one of these before. Now I think I may have seen one in the past, but you just don't see a lot of these floating around. Old school bass amp. Pride Earthquake 200. We're going to see what this thing's all about, see what it does. I've got the voltage 14.5 for my radio, but this is actually a bass amp. So we're probably doing about 9 watts average. Probably about 35 watts PEP going into it, give or take. And I don't even know what transistors are in this thing. I can assume probably in the 1446, 455, something like that variety, but I really don't know for sure. It's a chunk. It's got a transformer in it, so it's a little bit heavy. Has a fan on the back of it. Not really loud, but it's got some pretty good airflow going on back there. Selector switch, max, all the way up, high, medium, low. And I had to kind of guess around on these switches because it's hard to tell what's what. But this is your on and off. This is standby. So check it out. When that middle light comes on, you're good to go. You can key up. If you turn it off, it won't key. So we're keying the radio right now and it won't key up. Put it up. Keys up. There's your indicator light that you're keyed up. Hello, hello. Next is going to be our preamp, I believe. And would you believe the age of this amp? The preamp actually works on it. I was almost blown away. Couldn't believe it. And that leaves one thing. So AM down here, sideband up here. And it does have a working sideband delay. So this is a fully functional amp, to my surprise. Now, I'm not surprised because the person I got it from is very particular. And even if something he's selling, he likes everything to work on it. So not surprised that everything works on it. The only reason I'm kind of surprised is because of the age of the amp. And especially the preamp, I mean, that is bound to not work on something this old. But let's test it out, see how it does. And we'll go from there. Pride Earthquake 200. So we've got a 1,000 watt slug in. We're going to be looking at the bottom scale. We're on max, so we're above high. 4 stages on this thing: max, high, medium, low. Got a peak kit on. I was like, why'd that meter jump like that? We had the peak kit turned on. That's about a 40 watt dead key coming out of it right now. Hello. Audio. 100 watts average. Now I'm going to go to PEP. Audio, 200 on the dot. Audio check, 1, 2, 3. Maybe just a little bit more, but we're just going to call that 200. Because that's what she's supposed to do, and that's what it's doing. Audio, check 1, 2, audio. Now I'm going to go down to high. Dead key dropped a little bit. Audio, 1, 2, audio, 1, 2, audio. Not quite 200 watts. Go to medium. Dead key dropped even more. Audio, 1, 2, 1, 2, audio, 1, 2, audio, 1, 2. About 175. And go to low. Check, audio, check, audio, 1, 2, audio. It just dropped the dead key. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take this slug out and we'll put a 50 in. So now we'll be looking at the middle scale, and I just want to check the dead key comparison. So I'm actually gonna put the amp on standby. See what my radio is keying right now. So radio's keying about a watt, watt and a half. I'm turning the amp on. This is going to be low power dead key only. About a watt, watt and a half. Medium. About the same. high. About 20 watts. Max. About 40 watts. So pretty cool how this thing works, guys. I mean, it's old, but honestly, this thing could be painted and made to look really nice. I mean, somebody might want to, restore it, refurb it, whatever. And it would be a pretty sweet amp, pretty sweet piece of equipment to have because, you got 4 stages here. These bottom 2 stages act kind of like a modulator. What I mean by that is you put a 1.5 watts in and you get a 1.5 watts out dead key, but you get all the swing. So I'm not into collecting stuff anymore, or I'd want to keep this thing just because of the way it functions. It'd come in handy for me to use with Cobras and Unidens and stuff like that. So really, really sweet running amp here. Pride Earthquake. If I go to ship it, it's going to be costly to ship because it is pretty heavy. And I'll have to pack it pretty carefully because this case doesn't look like it's the most ship-friendly cabinet, but really happy with it. Got it, like I said, got it from Mr. Budweiser, a friend of mine, and he did me right on it, so just going to pay it forward and hook somebody else up with a nice amp, and figured I'd do a video of it, something you don't see every day. Pride Earthquake 200. I'll get this one listed up on the website. When you see the price, consider, it is going to have to be shipped. I can do better than that. I can do better than the website price, local pickup, but I'll just factor shipping into the price when I list it on there. Pretty sweet amp, guys. Pride Earthquake 200. Rooster in Tennessee, roostercb.com. Good running little bass amp here. Shoot me a text, 423-299-3535. Catch you guys out there. See you, bye.